Mm-mm-mm. Hey, 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 hey. Hi, 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 hi. Hey, this is Black Swan. I hope everybody is having a great day. Today was a little stressful for me because I had to take care of some business with my son, my 16-year-old. Um, Mothers, if you got big men, big young men, you know, we usually talk about girls. And I'm going to say this before I get into my title. But if you have, and it goes for girls too, but we never really think about our men, our young men. And my baby boy is 16 years old, and he's a big man. He's 6 foot, and he plays football. Last year, we had an issue with his blood pressure. He's a big man, so he's got a lot of weight on him, and they end up having to put him on blood pressure medicine. They thought, okay, once he loses the weight, which he did, um, his blood pressure will go down and he'll be fine. Well, during the summer, you get your lounge time and all of that. And, he had a growth spurt and grew, was he? He's 6 foot now. He grew 2 inches. And he also grew about 30 pounds more. And so, um, and what he does on the field, he is a nose guard. So he mirrors the center and he does his job good. So physical comes, and next thing you know, boom, blood pressure's up. And he was taking his medicine, and they end up having to up his medicine. So we were working with that and getting all of that taken care of. But watch for that because our big men, because they got that weight, because they need that power and that brawn behind him, a lot of them end up with enlarged hearts, unaware, and passing out on the field. Some of them having heart attacks and dying. And that was the thing that my our family doctor, who is also a sports medicine doctor, was on top of. So that's what we've been doing. So watch your babies, watch them. Even though they're healthy and they got that weight, that's a lot of weight to be pushing if they don't have something. If it's lean weight, that's one thing, but having that appropriate weight to go along with the blood pressure. Just monitor that on your babies, girls and boys alike. Now, let me get to my title. The title of my video here is Give a Bit a Rope and They Want to Be a Cowgirl, the Miss Dovie Saga. Child. Nowadays, no one wants to be that person who don't want to help. You know, this person is not in the best shape. You want to bring them in. Hey, I got extra room. Let me go ahead and let them come and stay with me for a little bit. And when we say a little bit, you know, less than 30 days. Because after 30 days, if they get mail at your house, then you have to formally evict them out your house. And unfortunately, that is what Just Read My Book's gonna have to do. I know where I live. If I let someone stay in my home and they are aware of the law, I would have to formally evict them from my home. If they're not on my lease, we all homeless. Because what's going to happen is, although I'm paying the rent, that person could also say they're paying the rent. Landlord ain't going yeah, that that's y'all problem, and you can get the hell up out of off my property with that mess. So I remember when Miss Dovie, and don't get me wrong, I don't have anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with Miss Dovie except she batshit crazy. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Miss Dovie was having her issues with money and living in one place, and then didn't have the money to keep her place there, and then was trying to leave, and it was all a cluster screw. I'll say it that way. And another YouTuber said, "Hey, I got a room. Come and stay." Now I'm just paraphrasing. Don't know what the conversation actually was. I don't know if it was, "Hey, come and help me. If you come and help me and you work as my caregiver or my home health aide, the state will pay you for it, and you can live here, and you don't have to pay no rent, or you pay a little bit of rent, or whatever the case may be." Don't know that conversation. All I know is Miss Dovie ended up going to this home. Miss Dovie has been there for a number of months. So I thought, just watching the little videos and stuff, even though half of them were crazy, um, it looked like they were doing okay. And at one point, it looked like the other YouTuber, and I'm gonna say her name. Just read my book. She's not, she's not a bad guy in this. I think she's just a victim of Dovie's mess, because we know Miss Dovie's messy. Miss Dovie has fans. I She batshit crazy. Okay, I mean, leave it like that. It's crazy. At one point, Dovie would do a video here and there, and then it started getting more. I don't know if Miss Dovie is monetized. I don't know, what the deal is, but all I know is the situation has taken a turn for the worst. Just and so, having said that, yeah, you hear my son, the baby in question, talking to the dogs. Um, having said that, now I'm hearing, I kind of watched Miss Dovie's video. She's making herself sound like a victim. She's not no damn victim. The person who's the victim is the person who owns the house. Owns. OWNS. You know what your grandma said and your mother has said. Once you become an adult, two grown women cannot share a house, or two grown women who is doing the damn thing. In other words, they still S active, SEX active. Okay, can't share the same house. Okay, it's just not feasible. And so you got two grown women. They two grown women. Don't know about all that other stuff, but they two grown women. Dovie needs her own space, and it's gotten to the point where Dovie has wore out her welcome. Now, I've listened to some other lives and some other videos, and apparently she got locked out of said house, and she called said police to said arrest the homeowner. Let me repeat that again. Miss Dovie gets locked out of the said house, and calls the said police. Yo, wings. All right, thank you. That's my cook too, but we both on the same journey. You can. but they look better in the oven. I don't edit anything, so you're hearing my life as I play it out here. Again, she gets locked out of said house. She calls said police to try to get back in the house. And the police is, she says that she lives there and she pays rent there. And the police is like, look, if you want to get in your house, go ahead. But she don't own that house. And I doubt there was a lease that says she paid some rent. Um, it came out, yeah, she didn't live there and some happened. Um, the homeowner, just read my book, did it the right way, called the police, said this woman, I had her staying, she was staying with me for a little bit, but she's worn out her welcome and she need to go. And I guess they've been separated, so Miss Dovie is in the hotel and she's, making it sound as though she was mistreated, and I seriously doubt she was mistreated. She just don't like the fact that she can't run someone else's house. Yeah, I said it. And it's unfortunate. You and I are not you. Miss Dovie and I are the same age, around the same age. And there's only been one time where I had to stay with somebody because I was in between apartments. And that was my mama. And I paid her rent. I bought my food. And I had one room for me and my two daughters. So um, I understand. But 5 months I was there and I was gone. Found my place and haven't had that issue again by the grace of God. I get where maybe just read my book was like, that's my girl. We YouTubers. I enjoy her content. And she's funny and she is. That shit crazy, but she is funny. And I see this situation involved, developing and it's not looking good. Let me extend my hand and help her in the hopes that she help herself, which means within so many weeks, months, whatever, she has her own place, whether it be in another state. You get there and you stay and you're doing your content and you're monetized and you're getting your cash apps and you're getting your super chats and all of that. And if I don't, and if you get this job working and being a caregiver for me, that's even some more money for so many hours. So you stack your chips and you're able to get out on your own. I don't know what happened in the process, because at any point in time, you don't have, if you chipping in on a light bill, if you're chipping in on a water bill, chipping in on the food, you know, it's nearly not that much. It can't be as much as paying for the whole bill yourself, paying for your rent yourself, paying for the lights, utilities, phone, computer, internet yourself. And no one can tell me that because I've been through it. I understand it. But now you want to make it look as though just read my book is the culprit, is the bad person. No, you wore your welcome out. And I don't know at any point where she may have said, hey, you've been here long enough. Hey, have you how much you got? Let's go and start finding you a place. um let's see what you got. Let's start getting you straight. Let's start getting you in your own spot. I don't know, but at some point there should have been a plan in action for something as such as this. And now two people that were friends are now enemies. and one is talking under the clothes of the other. I haven't seen anything that came up from Just Read My Book, and hopefully I won't because she does have a mature side of herself. But unfortunately, this is a sad story all around because it can get really messy as far as um, lawfully trying to get back into Just Read My Book's house and saying that she lives there, that's her house and all that stuff. I saw some comments in chat, that's y'all's house. No, it's Just Read My Book's house. Whoever got that name on that deed and who's paying that goddamn mortgage, it's her house. So, and I know damn sure Dovie ain't got a lick on it. I just have a problem with a person taking advantage of a person who had nothing but good intentions on helping that person. Just lie and scam and try to get more and get over on that person who is only trying to be nice to you. You can't help yourself, so you want to take something from somebody who worked their ass off over their years to claim it as theirs. That sounds like that single white female bullshit. And it's just sad and it irks me. It irks me to no end. And the thought came to me, if I was in that position, Dovie would have got shot if she tried to break a window out of my house. I'm standing my ground. It's my property, and you don't have a lease here. I don't know how it works in that state they live in, but I learned years back, don't have roommates because situations like this happen, especially you living under their roof. They get tired of you, they can evict you. They can tell you to leave. Now lawfully, they will have to give you 60 days. And after that 60 days, you don't leave, they have to formally evict you, which is going to give you another 30 to 60 days because you got to go to court now. So now, you got the person who owns the property has got to come out with a lawyer. They got to shell out money for that and file and all this. And the other person who could just leave if they had their stuff together and get their own spot. Now, got to figure out what they're going to do. Legal aid, no legal aid, whatever the case may be. It's just a cluster all the way around. And it's sad because two people who were very close friends or associates are now at odds and they're enemies. I wish the best for both ladies. I really do, especially Miss Dovie. She is in a harder space, and hopefully this is a lesson learned. When someone tries to help you, set up a plan, stack your chips, help them out, and y'all talk about it. Hey, I know I'm living here free. What can I do to help the load on you? And it seemed like the load would have been lessened if you had been her caregiver, got paid, stack your chips, paid a light bill or a water bill or a gas bill, and you know, chipped in on the food, um, and been good, you know. Just now you're gonna have to work to get what you need. What a shame. What a shame. It didn't have to come to this, but then again, everybody knows Dovie's track record. They know how she do. And it's a shame that Just Read My Book was trying to see past that and see a woman in need and try to help her, only to get done wrong in the end. I wish the best for them, and it's a shame that it had to come to this. Like, share, and subscribe. I will try and keep up if there's more updates to the saga. Other than that, this is Swan. Y'all have a great evening, great day. I'm gonna go and double check on my baby. And yes, he's my baby. He'll be my baby till I draw my last breath. All four of the ones I have. So I'm out. Salute.